Number 2. Imperfection. Despite having advanced mental capacity and scientific breakthroughs which made people more knowledgeable, people in the future are still not perfect. In this era, the technological advances have created a much higher standard for humankind to live by. This creates more stress for the everyday person to live by, and some who cannot meet this standard turn to supplemental thinking modules to help out with their work. This is the equivalent to an athlete using steroids or truckers using caffeine pills to stay up. This is one man's story of defeat and overcoming demons. It is 2:30 in the morning, and Victor is still up worrying about how he's going to get his musical composition completed. There's a lot of pressure from the academy for him to get his masterpiece done for the student orchestra show. He starts searching online in his headset for a module that will keep him motivated. If I find one that works, I'll use it for this project only, he thinks. He finds one called Inspirex that promises to get people focused. Well, it's brand new, so no reviews yet, but I think I'll try it. Says here that it will give you feelings of euphoria based on how successfully you complete the task at hand. Sounds like a win-win. Now that he ordered the module, he can sleep soundly knowing that he'll use it at work tomorrow. His alarm goes off at 7:30 a.m. Time for another terrible day at work, he says. Victor always has problems waking up. You could say he gets up on the wrong side of the bed every day. He gets up, gets dressed and ready, and gets in his automobile to get to work. He powers on his auto and instantly connects to his headset. Good morning, Victor. Where can I take you today? He thinks of the university building. Okay, off to work. Is that right? Yes, mutters Victor. When he gets to work, one of the students greets him at the door. He begrudgingly grins and says back, "Good morning," to the girl. It's so hard these days for him to fake a smile and a cheerful attitude at work. He gets to his office and takes a seat. He checks out his schedule in his headset. You have a class at 10:30 and at 2 o'clock today. Here are your mental notes. The headset shows him a list of notes for today's classes. Ugh, this is so tedious, thinks Victor. I need to get motivated ASAP. He opens the new module that he purchased last night. What is your task today? Asks the module. I need to teach this class, thinks the composer. But I need to be enthusiastic. It's the best way they learn, and the symphony is 3 months away. As he enters the classroom at 10:30, he automatically feels the urge to direct. He rushes the class to their seats and goes to the front of the class. Class, please turn your books to page 13. We will be playing Beethoven's symphony today. He gave his most enthusiastic and heartfelt conducting that day. The more focused and enthusiastic he was, the more euphoric feelings he felt. From his heart to his head, he never felt like this in his life, and never felt that he had more purpose. What a rush, he thought, as class was winding down. I'll have to do that again. I need to get that feeling once more. And now that I have the motivation, finishing my composition will be a breeze. As soon as he got home that night, he loaded up the module. What is your task today? Asked the module. I have to finish this composition, and it has to be the best ever, thinks the composer. Okay, ready to start on your command, replies the module. Victor works hard for 3 hours, but he still doesn't think it's good enough. The program picks up on this. It's only giving a fair amount of euphoria as he completes milestones for his piece. Why isn't this good enough? Exclaims Victor. He works through the night, passing out due to exhaustion at 5 a.m. Oh shoot, he says when he wakes up and realizes it's 10 a.m. I've got to get to work, fast. He gets up and disheveledly makes his way to the university. He runs into class 5 minutes late. He can tell the students are wondering what's wrong with him. Open your books to page 13. We're doing the same thing today. Once school is over, he's exhausted. He goes home and decides he wants to work on his piece anyway. He is craving for that feeling again. He works late into the night again, barely getting any sleep. 2 months pass by, and he's been doing the same thing night after night and failed to show up for work 3 days straight. The university sends a colleague to his house to check on him. The front door is open. When they walk in, they hear the sound of a violin in the other room. Victor is in there, surrounded by walls scribbled with phrases like "not good enough," "need something," and "perfection" written on the walls. The composer is surrounded by music sheets all over the floor. He has landed on the deep end. They send him to a mental health clinic where a doctor sees him right away. This is a future psychiatrist. They can tune into your channel and see and feel everything the patient is thinking. This doctor realizes that he has been using the Inspirex module. So, says the doctor, what made you decide to start using Inspirex? Well, I wanted to get motivated to finish my composition. I had a serious writing block. When I took the Inspirex, I felt like I could do anything and felt less overwhelmed and hopeless about my job and my life. Thanks to your lack of sleep and total withdrawal from social contact, I can feel that you have damaged much of the neurotransmitting balances in your brain. I will prescribe this module, which will teach you how to produce SSRI. See me back next month. I will feel your brain then to see your progress. What the doctor did was give him something to manage the serotonin on his own, so that he could learn the habit with prolonged exposure. Victor got his head straight and was finally able to finish his composition, naturally and at peace with the world.